roost. Last night I thought I heard one gobble from back in there, but I could have been wrong.
This actually was my grandpa's. It was passed down to me. I'm glad to get a bird when my grandpa's got it.
Alright, good morning. It is Sunday the 24th, I believe, and I just got to the property that I'm going to hunt this morning. I know a spot that they like to roost. There's kind of a couple of big ridge systems on this property. One of them's got a little bowl next to it, and they like to roost kind of around that bowl. Last night I thought I heard one gobble from back in there, but I could have been wrong. If I'm wrong and they're roosted someplace else, I'll probably make a move and try to get after them there. Should be a good morning, so I'm going to get after it. Wish me luck. Alright, so turns out I was right. They were roosting over this little bowl. At least one, I think it was a hen, was. But she flew down and headed straight for where those other birds were gobbling. I think all the birds are headed out to that field over there this morning. So I'm gonna sit tight a few more minutes and then probably try to move towards that field. Exciting for a while. I made my move to get closer to that field, and I called, and another bird gobbled over my right shoulder, closer than that other bird was. So I made a quick adjustment, kind of slid over this ridge, and sat down at the base of a tree. I had two birds coming in at once. They walked back and forth up and down that ridge for quite a while, and they just now started working their way off to the north. Yeah, I think I'll kind of hang out where I am for a little bit, maybe peek in those fields and see if a bird gobbles on his own someplace. We'll see what the rest of the morning holds. Alright. So I walked around for a little while trying to find those toms back, and I couldn't get them to gobble. There's a ton of scratching along this whole ridge. This is where that tom was strutting this morning, where that other tom met up with him, and they worked their way down and off of this ridge. I think I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit, and we'll see what transpires. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yes. Bird down. I'm just sitting here in my little blowdown, and he gobbled down in those pines. I called once, and he just came right up here, right through it, like 20 yards. I nailed him.
All right, here he is. I've been sitting here for probably, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes, and all of a sudden a bird gobbles down over in these pines down at the bottom of this hill. I called a couple times and he came right up this hill, right up to 20 yards, and I don't know if he saw me or what, because he was kind of starting to putt a little bit, but he walked right out into my shooting lane at like 20 yards, and I let him have it, and there he laid. And one thing that I wanted to do this year is this right here. It's a Winchester Model 37. This actually was my grandpa's. It was passed down to me. My first turkey I ever got was with a single barrel 410 that my grandpa gave me. And this one is a 16 gauge. I patterned it the other day, and it patterned good enough to shoot a turkey with. So I wanted to take it out and shoot a turkey with my grandpa's gun, and I got one. Good bird. It's a tom, but I've never seen this before. He literally has no spurs. So I don't know what the story is with that. Good beard and like no spurs, like not even like a space for them. They just don't exist. So I don't know. I've never seen that. Maybe you know what's up with that. Feels good to get a bird. I wish I had more footage of it. Man, that happened quick, but it was fun. So I'm glad to get a bird with my grandpa's gun.